on Celsior lines, trying to get that second ban here. What do you think they're going to be looking for to try to take off the table here?
Hard to say because it's kind of a little bit of an interesting draft so far. I didn't quite expect the Baptiste ban, but it could be something like maybe like a, oh, wow, interesting Koshka.
Yeah, I
Didn't
can
quite
see a
expect that,
Koshka.
but it kind of makes sense with how badly the Baptiste shuts Koshka down. Kind of getting
And
rid
there
of
is
that
right there.
opportunity if maybe that's what they were looking to do.
And you're correct right there. Koshka's banned away. Baptiste is definitely a really hard counter there to Koshka. I feel with Turnwalker, though, they probably would have been able to maybe deal out some of the damage if he could land a chain onto her, pull her away when she's trying to attack. But Ringo's
Yeah,
also a
anything
very
you
solid choice here.
can do to disrupt her movement is good, but it looks like they're pulling out that Ringo. He seems to be kind of one of that tier one laner of this patch as of late, so not a surprise there.
Just with the buff to Spell Sword, he can get his Twirling Silver up all the time, and then as well as just a little tiny increase in his range. I don't know if it was last patch or 2 patches ago, but it just makes him so much stronger because he can fire off the damage just from a little bit further from the backline. Taka's easily going to be able to jump onto him in the backline.
It will be interesting to see if this Taka sticks with the aftershock, which is kind of standard, or if maybe he goes with a higher burst damage build, seeing as he's against a Ringo and that's gonna be kind of the number one target.
Yeah, I
So
could see maybe a Shatter Glass to kind of counteract the heal coming out of Grace in the late game. Aftershock does
could
do a
be.
lot of damage, but it's not as much of a burst.
Yeah, and we have this Adagio pick here. That's pretty interesting. Probably likely a weapon Adagio going to be able to combat with the range of that Ringo and have that small self heal later in the game.
Yeah, if they can get the fire onto the Ringo and then apply a buff onto Ataka, or even just apply it back onto himself, it can do a lot of work. Fortress is going to be the last pick here. I like this pick a lot.
Yeah, it's
Very
a really
aggressive
interesting
on
pick to cut
Ataka.
down. Be able to really give a lot of harass to that Adagio and help Ringo kind of get in there so he can get his burst damage down, as well as give those bleed stacks.
Yeah, and apply the mortal wounds. Ringo can stick to the meta build of Spell Sword and 2 times Monocles. I'm excited. First game between Celsior Lions, Rare Syndicate. Let's gonna see what's going down. Who's gonna win? Who do you think?
Yeah, it feels pretty even. But I'm kind of it's gonna really. I feel like it's really gonna depend on the Taka versus Ringo interaction, whether Taka can really blow Ringo up or at least do enough damage to get him out of the fight. Otherwise, that Fortress Ringo combination might just be too much to handle once they get some bleed stacks going. But
Yeah, Fortress gotta be careful in this
I
early
think I
game here because
all right. Go ahead.
I think if Taka and Turnwalker here can run the early game, Fortress is gonna take a while to kind of get up there. If Grace can kind of hold them off and clear the jungle with Ringo, we'll see what they'll be able to do. But Fortress isn't be able to get the aftershock, get up in his farm. They're gonna fall behind really quick because he's definitely a late game hero.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the Adagio was a really good adaptive pick, kind of, because most people might have just picked Box just to kind of go with it, and he would have had that constant range disadvantage. But Adagio doesn't have to deal with that. He'll be able to constantly, maybe not have quite the same attack speed with Ringo that Ringo will have due to the twirling silver, but at least he'll be able to stick with his range. So it will be really interesting to see. I'm kind of leaning towards Celsior Alliance, but I think if Rare Syndicate can hold off early, I think they can also do some real work.
I definitely agree. They're going for the big train down here right off the bat. Talking to Dodge, they were just casually farming their own jungle away, trying to get their level 2 away.
Yeah, smart. Probably smart to kind of just go for that from the beginning, not meet in the middle and have to possibly deal with any kind of engage or anything like that. Just go for it and then back off. Don't have to even think about fighting early when you're maybe a tiny bit of at a disadvantage.
Yeah, because we're going to see them try to go in here right now. try to like to jungle away, and they're not going to be able to get it. They're going to try and fight here. Tuck is going in. Not going to be able to do anything. Churnwalker's taking a lot of damage here. Trying to split off that damage. Ringo is camping out in the back line. Rare Syndicate doing a great job of spreading out this damage. Celsior lines all fairly low. No kills on the board quite yet. Rare Syndicate is going to try and dive in here. Churnwalker's going down low. Can he get the first blood? There we go. Grace gets the first blood there. Tuck is still trying to camp around here. Fortress is very low. Grace with that slow. I don't know if he's going to be able to get it off. No, Tuck's going to have to back off. Very good fight there from Rare Syndicate.
Really, really good defense on their jungle, and that kind of led them to be able to turn around the engage, managed to get 2 kills out of it, or 1 kill, sorry, and chase off the rest. And now it looks like Taka could be getting caught out here as well.
Yep, he's trying to get that farm, he wasn't able to get it. Grace with a nice stun, you're able to pick up the kill again. People don't think homes have an impact. Look what's going on, he's got 2 kills already.
Yeah, and Rare Syndicate, man, I mean, they're just pulling off what we thought would be the weaker early game, and they're just turning it completely around with good play.
Yep, they're showing there. They came here to play. Not scared of nothing. Might be a line, but we're rare. Ringo's getting pretty low here. Nausea. Oh, pause buff. Oh, but nice heal there. Potion coming in clutch. That change is going to be freaking annoying. Ringo's going to have to back off, break it all the time.
Yeah, they have
usually want to show off your change.
Pushing in.
He's doing a good job farming under turret here. Dodger's going to go back. Going to pick up the barb needle. Probably going for that poison chip first.
Yeah, he did a really good job catching back up to Adagio, who was quite a bit ahead of him before that.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of fighting there in the jungle. He was able to get an assist too, so he's now ahead in farm, and he's got an assist gold. He can be able to go back and get what he wants now. It does look like he's going to go for the spell sword.
Yeah, pretty typical start seeming. Really smart, I think, for him to start with that early armor, since Taka and Adagio both started weapon. With Taka going for that little bit of early clear advantage with the weapon blades, and then it'll help him with that little bit of range hurt that he'll feel from the Adagio early on.
Yeah, it was definitely a smart decision. Any damage reduction you can take in the early game will definitely go a long way. Seems to have slowed down a little bit here. Everyone's kind of just chilled back, relaxed, trying to get their farm.
Yeah, it looks like Girls and Boys is going to go here and try to get some ambient with Bladeheart.
That's a very smart decision there. As much gold as you can on the carries. Get them their items, get them their damage.
Yeah, we got all Celsior lines here grouped up in the lane.
Even with all of them up there, Ringo's able to rotate back up even before push under turret. Very nice job splitting up gold.
Looks like
They're going in here.
Looks like our Syndicate trying to see if maybe they could catch Paulo out. Didn't quite get him.
Old Fortress jumping back in. See, don't go after my Ringo.
Crazy how much damage Yoruke was able to do to Girls on Boys there. You're always surprised by how strong that Adagio buff is early.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Oh, almost got him there too. Ringo's just playing with fire, just staying back here like this. Grace is in level 6, he hasn't been able to get the heal. I don't think
so far this Adagio pick's really working out for them. It's able to really harass this Ringo with the extra range.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of playing that early game. Grace gonna freeze up this lane for him.
So it looks like Taka did happen to go with the Aftershock, so it looks like he's going for more of the kind of consistent damage rather than just straight up trying to burst anyone.
Yeah, he's trying to apply that damage on the Grace. He wasn't able to land a little bit. Ringo with the ult on Turnwalker, staying back off. Just a little bit of damage. Everyone trying to trade with each other. Back to farm and they go. Taka's looking to try and get back in here. Applying that damage on the Grace. But oh, he's taking the damage for himself. They're turning this around. Wolves are coming out. Are they able to get a kill? No, they're not. Nice healing coming up. Fountain coming out from Apollo.
Yeah,
Talk on
Taka
his
thought
little
he was going to
box.
be the aggressor there, but no defense instantly just takes a ton of damage. Has to get out of there, has to be fountained. So
Oh,
now,
who's gonna take it? Taka
Rare
got it. Oh,
Ooh, that was a close
they're
one. So
fighting for
yeah,
their farm there. Ooh.
Rare Syndicate might look to push this fountain advantage now.
Yeah, they didn't have to pop their fountain in their fight. No kills going along, but they got about a 1,000 gold lead here. Getting that
Looks
gold
like
back onto their carries again.
looks like oh, I forgot to ask him how to say his name. Kangsta, I think is how it is. Race. Looks like this race is going to be building into a Crucible next. Probably good for that. For the Walker Ultimate.
Yeah, definitely be for that. Everyone can block and dodge well. Oh, there we go. A lot of damage applied there on Adagio. He's just going to be able to heal himself back up. Just a flesh wound. And he goes playing with fire again, taking a lot of damage. Still staying up here in the lane. Really harsh is waiting to jump in on here. Ringo's getting
Yeah,
pulled
now
in here.
looks like
The
they're
wolves
going
are coming up.
to engage.
Oh, they're diving under turret. They don't care. They don't care about your turret. But Taka's coming up here. Nice fountain. Everyone's going to be able to survive safely. The Syndicate's getting really aggressive here. That might start to backfire. Blade hurts back up. He's taking a lot of damage. Getting pulled back in. He's going to fall. Nick 40's picking up the kill. He's going to stay too long. He's going to go down as well. Adagio picking up the kills. Ringo's not going to be able to go back. Nice chain there from Apollo. Stopping his recall. They're probably going to be able to grab this turret here.
Yeah, nice, really nice back and forth fight there. Rare Syndicate thought they had the engage. Ringo had to back off. He took a little too much damage, and then so they kind of just took out Bladeheart when he was kind of left behind there a little bit, taking on the whole team.
Yeah, I think Bladeheart was trying to rotate down, maybe take some jungle away, but didn't realize that they were going to come back in. Taka was hiding in his little box. Ringo,
Yeah,
he's always playing with fire.
really strong counter engagements by both teams so far this game.
Yeah, you can definitely see the chemistry coming out. Everyone's listening to their calls from their captains. Making sure everyone's in the right position, in the right place at the right time. Knowing when they have fountain, when they don't have fountain. Everyone's kind of just holding back, waiting for the next engagement. That turret dropping did take away the gold lead that Rare Syndicate had over Celsior Lions.
Grace has gone ahead and finished that Crucible as well. Bladeheart and Girls on Boys both have their own reflex box, so they're likely going to be able to block both the Turnwalker Ultimate as well as Verse of Judgment from Adagio. So hopefully you should have no hard stuns if they can manage to block them. Which is a really smart move to get a reflex block on the whole team.
That's definitely going to be a major key. Looks like they're going to try and fight so you can take this gold mine. Turnwalker's trying to apply these chains. Wolves are coming out for Bladeheart. Every time these wolves come out, they just disengage. So nice dodge. Using that minion.
Yeah, little engage.
Fighting over this screen again. Oh, he's able to steal it again. Very nice by Nick 40. They're trying to take this sentry down, just poking away at it. Are they going to get it? Yeah, that sentry's going to drop.
Yeah, Celsior Line's doing a really good job disengaging from these fight attempts from Rare Syndicate, but do lose a sentry, and now it's going to be a gold mine contest.
We'll see what's going to go happen here. They're still fighting it, still damaging it. Don't want to drop it quite yet. Taka's hiding in his box. Oh, Dodge is taking a lot of damage here. That he is not going to go off. Block the Atlas there from Ringo. Dodge is going to drop. Ringo's just applying this damage. Going to get the heal out now, too. Walker's got his chain, getting that heal, but he's going to drop as well. Nick 40's going to be able to get out alive. They're going to be able to secure this gold line again.
Yeah, those bleed stacks and that crit from Ringo just too much, and along with the block, so they couldn't keep them off the Adagio. He just went down a little too quickly.
It ain't over yet, though. Nick 40's still hanging around. They're going to drop this gold mine, too. Nice play to kind of just harass them. Now they're not going to be able to pick it up. And he got secured his farm. Attaboy, Nick 40.
Really good play by him, making sure they aren't distracting them just enough so they are able to get that gold mine. That's going to help them stay within the gold lead, even though they lost that little engage there.
Yeah, they might have lost the engage, but them not getting the gold mine is definitely a big deal. I think Syndicate was trying to split push there and take the gold mine and the turret, but they just didn't have enough firepower to do both at the same time.
Well,
Especially the
that and they
team
end
just
up getting it
responding.
either. So it's almost like even though Rare Syndicate won that fight, they don't actually really get anything for it, which is very good for Celsior Lions.
Hmm. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here. What build would you like to see come out of Bladeheart for his last damage item?
That's a tough one. It could be the Broken Myth for more damage. It could be the Clockwork for being able to spam those abilities more, being able to get more of everything down. It's looks like he's going to be going more for a tank build though. Looks like he's got that Aegis done. He's got the tier 2 armor. He's just kind of building more and more into that. What
Yeah, and it looks
what
like
really kind of
Celsior
interests
Alliance is
me
trying
is
to take this gold mine here.
yeah, they're
Well,
trying to
Grace
sneak
trying to
it.
get another
Grace
steal.
gets in there.
Get it. Who's gonna get it? Oh, Taka secures it. Nick 40 again plays. Stops him from taking it and secures it for his team himself. Team fight's gonna break out here. Like I say, this is our gold mine, so now we're gonna have to destroy our whole team. Celsior Alliance is gonna make it look easy. Dodger staying alive for a little bit longer. Oh, he drops it. Ringo drops short. Nick 40 with the plays again. Is he gonna secure it on Grace? Nice play again there. Bladeheart's gonna be able to get away, but it looks like Grace is gonna drop. Yep, Nick 40 again with another kill. He is impressive.
Yeah, really good fight there. Girls on Boys manages to take down Juryoku again before he dies, but since they managed to get him after that, Taka just a really much stronger 2v2 fighter than the Fortress, so able to kind of push that a little further and take the advantage in that team fight. And it looks like he's going for the Clockwork, so he's going for that kind of just constantly able to use abilities, constantly proccing aftershock, never out of energy Taka that can be really such a nuisance. And he's already got the Atlas as well, so he's going to be able to hit Girls on Boys with that and be able to really tank his DPS. So really, Nick 40 really playing really well this game, making some strong decisions.
Yeah, he's definitely playing really well right now. I definitely like that
Juryoku looks
too.
like he could be going for something interesting. Typically, you see the Adagio go for the Sword Blade after the Poison Shield Breaking Point, but it looks like he's got that Piercing Spear, so either going for a Tension Bow or maybe a Bone Saw triple attack speed build. Will be interesting to see what he finishes that off into.
Oh, Ringo got the minion with his ult. That's awesome.
When Nick dodged it, but the blast finished off that minion. That's pretty funny.
That's the price
It
you
would still
pay.
be a little, I'm not gonna lie.
That was pretty awesome from downtown.
So it looks like we
Goes
got
on, boys.
Grace Kangsta with the finished Echo, so that's going to be double heals. It's going to be that's a huge power spike for him. And Joryoku did finish off that into a bone slot, so he's going to have that really fast attack speed, trying to stack up really quickly, trying to burn down that armor that the side of to get build. Really interesting build, a little bit different than what Adagios usually go for.
Yeah, this is a very interesting build. I think because he's been getting focused down on all these fights, whoever he can target and get that armor shredded and Taka can jump on, they can maybe take him down a little bit faster, or maybe he can survive the fight this time. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Turnwalker's got his chains.
Yeah,
He's trying to get some
surprisingly,
stuff.
Ringo doesn't have that second monocle down, so he's not quite where I would think they. Oh, well, now he finishes it. So
Oh,
I'm wrong.
caster curse.
Yeah, I know, right? So now he's ready to go. He's got that high damage build waiting. Some
Is he gonna go
posture
steal a minion this
teams
time?
here.
Nope. No minion steal this time. Oh, they're gonna jump on the Turnwalker here. Oh, and he's bursting down. This is where this damage is coming out. Bladeheart's gonna jump in. Sound just popped out. Dodger's still alive. Everyone's still alive. Turnwalker's somehow still alive. Oh, he drops there. Nice killer from Girls on Boys on the Ringo. He's switching to a Dodgio now. Double kill coming out. The double heal is coming out. Nick 40. Oh, he's gonna be able to get away. Nice. Oh, nice move there. Oh man. But Ringo's not done.
Oh my
He's not
goodness.
done, but he's got behind his little box. We need vision. Oh no, not there. Oh, nice
Really,
play from
really
Nick 40.
strong engage there by Rare Syndicate. They use that Hellfire Brew to kind of get the team to back off, and then Turnwalker was just a little bit too far behind. They managed to jump onto him, And Adagio was just kind of too far back the whole time to really have any impact. Even right as Turnwalker was dying, he still had no breaking point stack, so kind of just able to push on that by one little mistake there by Celsior Lions.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
he
going
was
to
just
cost them
caught out a
the match
little
as
bit too
well.
much. Girls on Boys was just relentless there with the Ringo, just constantly going, taking turns
And
shots. I'm not done yet. Kill
seems
his
as though
box.
Girls on Boys is going to be going into a fourth damage item of himself. Maybe either a Tension Bow or Bone Saw. Will be interesting to see how that goes. I'm going to imagine it's going to be the Bone Saw for the extra attack speed, but you do never know.
I have a feeling it's going to be that as well. Since they're taking out Adagio still, like he probably feels he doesn't need that second defense item. Hellfire Brew coming down again on Taka. Just gonna be able to destroy this turret, this Kraken push.
That and not building any armor makes that Bone Saw less and less worth for the Adagio.
That is very true as well.
So it looks like they're pushing onto this
Taka's gonna
corner.
go.
Oh,
Oh,
Taka gets
nice
caught out a
stun.
little bit.
Very nice stun there from Grace. Oh, in the block. Very nice block. And turn alt there. Rare Syndicate coming here to play. Moving behind.
Yeah,
They're not
Syndicate
done
got what
yet.
they wanted. They got that choke turret down. And they just leave Celsior Lions to deal with the rest of the Kraken, take their jungle.
Yeah, and Sentry's eliminated as well, so they can fight wherever they want. They don't have to worry about them running back into their jungle and getting a fourth man on their team. So I love that. We got turrets, 4-2 turrets. Rare Syndicate, very nice push. Gold is still very even as well, though.
Pretty even, but it does though seem as though Rare Syndicate is kind of in control of this game at this point. It looks like Bladeheart is probably going to be building into a Clockwork. He's got that chronograph, so likely Clockwork going to be his next damage item. Going to be able to spam out his ult. It's going to be able to do what he needs to do so he can make. Oh, looks like we're
Yeah,
going to fight here though.
yeah, Turnwalker's caught out again. That Bonesaw just putting in work. Oh, on the block. Ringo's going to be staying alive. One heal's coming out. Look at that. He's been able to double kill. And this is over. Rare Syndicate, triple kill for Girls on Boys on the Ringo. Very nice heals coming out from the Grace. Bladeheart, find the mortal wounds. Very nice job. Very nice team fighting.
It seems as
Just
though
like
the
you said
Bonesaw
there.
may have turned out to be a little bit of a mistake for Jirioku. Only one person on Rare Syndicate has armor, and he's just taking too long to build stacks because he doesn't have that innate damage. It's taking him quite a while to get any stacks built. Um, he was fighting Bladeheart solo for a while there, and still only had about 6 or 7 stacks by the time the rest of the team came.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that as well. They were just jumping onto him too much for him to build up those stacks instead of just instantly getting that damage off, trying to burst someone down with the Taka.
And that's gonna
But
be it. Rare Syndicate takes game 1. Really strong performance from them.
it was a good showing from both teams there. Celsior Lions had a very good early game there, just like we said that they needed to do, but they weren't able to capitalize on it and push their advantage as well. Rare Syndicate did a great job of getting their farm back and made sure they were still in the game, and when they fell behind, that they weren't too far behind. And as
And
soon as Ringo got that
just how
on, and
someone like a Ringo is able to proc those bleed stacks late game just does too much damage.
that was a very good job. Very good by both teams there. I can't wait to get into game 2. Think someone's gonna get banned here?
Will be really interesting to see if Celsior Lions can come back and take this to a game 3. I hope so. I'd really like to see a game 3. Really like to see some ultra sweaty games here, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, we had some. Nick 40 had some sweaty plays.
Nick 40
I
was playing
believe,
tremendously well. He played fantastically. He had some awesome plays.
yeah, he's a very excellent player. They're all great players, all of them on each team. And I definitely can't wait for game 2 here. I know you guys can't wait. We're gonna get right back in this draft in a couple seconds, hopefully. Just gonna make sure everyone's ready, everyone's rested. Hey, are you guys ready to get back in a draft?
Ready as can be, man. Hopefully, we should have that coming any second now.
And we're just waiting for a couple players to get back in here, talking over strategies, trying to make sure they work out all the kinks here.
Looks like we do have a draft going. So it'll be interesting to see what Rare Syndicate does now that they have A-side, see how they handle it, see if Celsior can take advantage and maybe do something interesting with their B-side draft. Black Feather going to be the first ban. Pretty similar. We saw that last game. Not too surprising at all.
I like that. That might be maybe it's a targeted ban, could be a meta ban. Just don't want to deal with it. He does apply a lot of damage, both crystal power and weapon power.
Yeah, just so flexible. You just don't know. Somebody could pick him first, and you just don't know what it's gonna end up being. So just get that out of there. Don't have to worry about what it could be. Don't have to worry about drafting around it.
Well, we might have run into a little issue here.
Yeah, it seems as though one team may have not connected to the client, unfortunately. So we may have to restart.
We'll get this started out for everyone real quick. Stuff like this happens. Hopefully, double ban will be implemented soon. You know, SCMC's been working hard on 5v5. I know I'm excited for 5v5.
As am I.
That map. I want to see some Craigasms in the chat for that map.
All right.
Hmm? We'll sort it out real soon. Where's my link? I know. I'm just kidding. We're all waiting. Everyone's patiently waiting. Don't even worry.
So really quick, while we're waiting, I'll just throw another shout out to Vainsocial for giving us this awesome access to this double ban draft client. Gives us really good visual to show everybody, show all you the viewers, and for us to be able to keep up with. Thank you to them.
Yeah, they're definitely OP. Please don't nerf. SMC, please don't nerf. It's definitely not their fault. We're trying to figure this out right now. As soon as we're in, we'll show you what's going on. So we want to watch these games just as much as all you guys do.
So Mustard, what are some things that you kind of want to see in the next game? Is there anything interesting you want to see one of these teams try, or something different you want to see them do? Maybe a certain pick you're hoping to see?
I would like to see Ringo taken off the board, or even drafted two, like against. I think they tried with the Taka there, but they didn't have the right build to burst him down, especially when the double heal came out. I don't know if maybe a ban or maybe if they try taking them themselves. I also
Yeah, I
want
don't know. Me
to see
personally, I think I'd
Grumjaw.
like to see. You want to see Grumpjaw?
Oh yeah, I think he's underrated.
I don't know if I don't know how much I agree with that, but we'll see. I don't think we'll see it, but we will go ahead and see.
What are you hoping to see here?
Me, I'd like to see I'd kind of like to see a mage. I mean, obviously there's Varia who gets picked, and we don't see a lot of other mages besides her. But I'd kind of like to see a mage go in the lanes. Maybe get a scarf or a Celeste in there. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I've
Or
seen
maybe even to see a Sky would be kind of
there's
fun too.
yeah, Sky and Lane would definitely be a lot of fun. It would kind of be a flex pick too. You can in the draft, you can show it as a weapon power or crystal power. I like that Baptiste lane that someone played earlier on.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Looks like we do have draft started though, I believe. Posted about time. Let's see if we can get this going. All
Hopefully I
right,
will
so
the right one
looks
here.
like it's a little bit the way in. So it looks like we got Blackfeather and Varia ban, and then Grace first picked. No real surprises there. All strong picks, all people that you would expect to see, with picked or banned really early on.
Yeah, there's definitely strong picks. Grace definitely worked well for Rare Syndicate last game as well. Once he picked up that Echo, it was just those double heals kept girls on boys alive enough to apply all that damage.
Yeah, and his stuns were really on point as well. Really kept the other team hung up as much as he could.
Yeah, that was true. I remember one time Taco was going in and he just got completely stunned in midair. It was awesome.
Yes, it looks like you're not gonna
Ringo's
get your
done.
wish. Rico is gonna make it into this game.
I like this. Celsier's taking it off the boards.
Taking away that
They're
token, not a
showing.
bad idea.
They're showing. You can play Ringo. Well, we're gonna show you how to play Ringo. You never know. Their syndicate could be saying, we're gonna show you how to counter Ringo.
Ringo does definitely have his counter, so we'll see how they decide to go about that. Lyra taken off the board now, so kind of focus Celsior down kind of Arden or Churn for roams, for at least the popular roams as of late. We'll see what they decide to go with.
Yeah, I like the Lyra ban.
Yeah, she can just be such a nuisance with how she can just keep teams staying just constantly always in your face at your turret, and you just end up in a really crappy position because of it.
It's very true. And Celsius Lions taking a lot of time here on their second pick. Are they gonna pick another carry? Or sorry, their jungler. Gonna pick the roam. Thinking long and hard here. 20 seconds left, and they're picking an art here. I like that with the Lyra ban.
And then Rare Syndicate with the Flicker pick out of nowhere, along with a Rona. So I wonder if that's gonna be. I'd heard of this before, but it looks like we might be getting a CP Flicker. I heard of somebody playing this once before, but I didn't quite expect to see it myself.
This could be interesting.
The CP Flicker did not win before. Well, interesting. I wonder what Rare Syndicate is planning here with this. What their thought is behind this one. And then we got our Sky last pick. So one of my hopes was granted. Sky gonna be in this game, probably likely in the jungle since there's a Ringo.
Yeah, I really like this Sky pick because there's no stuns coming out of the other team. All Sky has to do is make sure and avoid the little circle coming out of the flicker and the little circle coming out of Grace, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, and it's gonna Sky was kind of that quintessential Rona counter when Rona was kind of at the top of everyone's list for laners.
I think we're gonna jump right into this game. Draft is over. Who do you think wins draft?
I'd likely have to go with Celsior Lions just because I'm not a fan of Carry Flicker, obviously. And then, obviously Sky with that strong counter to Rona. It's going to be really interesting to see how Rush Syndicate deals with this. Bit of a disadvantage.
We're gonna hop right into this game here. Is Vainglory Syndicate gonna come out, be sneaky with the flicker, or Celsior Lion's gonna tie up this series? Find out right now as we hop into the house to unfold.
And interesting enough, looks like Girls on Boys, who was the laner last time, is on the flicker. So it could be a lane crystal flicker, which would be even more interesting.
That is definitely interesting. So you got a lot of bushes to hide up there. Get the heroic part going.
But that's also going to put Sky and
Oh, there it
Rona
is.
head-to-head in the jungle, which I don't know how well that's going to go for Bladeheart. He's going to have a good amount of trouble dealing with Sky in the jungle.
You got the crystal bit and the weapon blade on it. Make the same rotation they made the last game. This time Apollo's here to watch. Gonna try to get that steal. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, just a little bit too early there. Person if he's gonna be able to secure that, get the free gold. I wonder who's gonna jump into the lane here. Justin already finished their rotation.
Well, Girls on Boys was signaling carry, and he did play carry last time, so it's pretty likely he's going to the lane. It's gonna be pretty interesting. He's gonna be trying to melee. Either way, melee versus Ringo is not gonna be too easy.
No, definitely not. Especially with an art in there to apply the vanguards. Get the Ringo away in case Ronda doesn't use that into the fray to jump on him. You just apply that early harass. Well, doing a great job there. You got Ronda to back off.
So far we do have Bladeheart staying in the lane, taking this lane farm. So maybe we were a little bit wrong on that, but we'll have to just wait and see how it continues to
Well,
develop.
there was got an engage down here in the jungle as well. Nick 40. Gonna try and pressure around the jungle here. He's gonna be able to apply a lot of damage on both of them here. And he's gonna rotate down and try and take the jungle away. Oh, they're not
Yeah, it's
gonna be
really
able
gonna
to.
be up to Girls on Boys to catch Nick by surprise with those slows. Otherwise, with an Martin, he's just gonna be able to kite all day long. And they're gonna have a hard time not getting totally bursted down by him.
He did a good job securing that one there. He was caught out a little bit, but was able to go up, rotate back down, secure his farm. Try not to fall behind here. Looks like he's gonna be trying to build into an aftershock for his first item too. What do you think about that?
From the few times I've seen anybody play any kind of carry flicker, it's kind of what he goes for is that that kind of used to go that when you would see someone try it and you would see someone go with that old utility build. So just going straight up aftershock is kind of the current version of that. So not too surprising as far as carry flickers go, I guess, which is extremely surprising to see one at all. But
Assume positive intent. You never know what's gonna happen. Because you know what they always talk about those pocket picks in tournaments. This could be a pocket pick.
so things have kind of settled down now. Both teams just kind of farming up, letting things go.
Everyone's just relaxed and don't want to fight too much. I'm sure Syndicate wants to get this gold onto the flicker. I'm assuming the spike comes a little bit later in the game. Did you happen to see the flicker game that was played the other day, or no?
I did not. I only heard about it.
I mean, with Rona, it could be very good. If you get enough cooldown and you're applying those roots, and Rona's spinning, winning, you never know what's gonna happen. Easy way to build up those stacks. He'll be slowed a lot. You can jump on the Ringo, it'll be hard for him to get away. I think he's really got some Vanguard from Arden. I think he's just kind of chilling out here. No one's fighting. Nick
This
does
guy
have
does
a
seem to be
substantial
clearing quite
gold
a bit
lead.
faster than Girls on
Yeah.
Boys. Nick seems to be he's about 10 head in farm right now, even though nobody's really done any hard invades. It's just due to faster clear.
Yeah, he's been invading a little bit, taking the mid trade, but we do have a fight breaking out here. Ringo is taking a lot of damage, but the healing is going to come out. Not going to be able to finish the kill. First inning is going to have to back off here, but Nick 40's not done. Ford Barrage coming out. Oh, is he going to pick up that kill? Oh, Rona's so close. Fountain's going to be able to drop. But look at that. First blood is going to go over to Flicker on the back line. He's able to sneak over there. But Nick 40 is going to be able to return the kill over on the Grace. They can't see the Flicker. Are they going to try and keep this going? There we go. Nick 40 is going to be able to Surrey strike away. He's going to be able to spin the win. Oh, who's going to die first? Oh, Nick 40. Sliver of health. Ford Barrage is going to take that over with the Dragon's Eye just stacking up there. Beautiful
And a
plays
really
coming out of
long,
him.
really drawn out fight there.
Flicker's not done. Flicker's not done. Oh, the
Girls on Boys
Vanguard.
jumping in
Oh.
once more, and he's gonna pay for that. This guy,
Oh.
Nick, barely able to get away. Very clutch Surrey strike.
Oh, it's beautiful. And the Vanguard. Can't forget the no impact roams. Solo queue players hate them, but they do their part. They do their part. Flicker's just trying to sneak in there, though. I like that. I'm interested to see what it's going to be play out like.
Yeah, they started that fight with that really strong engage under Ringo, but when they couldn't quite finish it, this guy made them pay. But then they went a little bit too hard for the kill on Rona. Girls on Boys was able to finish Jiryoku, and then it kind of went from there. Nick barely able to take out Blade Heart. That was a really close one. Girls on Boys went for the finish, but unfortunately didn't quite get it and ended up paying for that.
That was very fun fight to watch. Good first team fight. We're gonna see how it plays out here once everyone starts getting that damage. Ringo's got a spell sword working towards Tyrant Stomp, just like the meta. Nick 40's coming back in here, trying to apply damage. He's gonna be pushing this turret. Rona's gonna be picking up the farm here. Oh, the Ringo. Nice plays there. Applying as much damage as he can there with the twirling silver. And try and push this turret in while Nick 40's up. The Flicker's just creeping on the back line. Just waiting.
This guy's got that Dragon's Eye, gonna build into an Eva Harvest next. When she gets that, she's just gonna be sustaining and stacking, and she's just gonna be doing a ton of damage. They're really gonna have to hope to either lock her down or burst her.
And Nick's doing a very good job so far early game with Series Strikes being able to get away. So I feel like it's gonna be very hard for them to lock her down. I'm just chilling here. Apollo's getting the vision, but instantly popped here. They want to make sure that Flicker's not just chilling up there waiting to pop on the Ringo. Yeah, they really want to make sure. But guess who's here? Hello. There we go. Flicker jumping in. Oh, are they going to be able to get that? No. Rona's going to be able to pick up the kill on the Ringo. Nick 40 is going to be able to try to apply the damage, but the heal's going to be coming out on the Rona. Where Syndicate's going to be able to pick up the one kill. Although Nick 40 is going to try and defend here. Nope, it's going to be jumping in. Not going to be able to do anything here. Nick 40 is doing a great job. Oh, but Melt's popped. Are going to really going to try and jump on. Nice series strike away. He's going to be rooted. Oh, he's rooted. There we go. Oh, he's not going to be able to get away there. Nice play coming out of Rare Syndicate again. But look who's here now. Ringo's here. Nope. They're just going to have to back off. They are able to get 2 kills, but they're not going to be able to push any objectives or anything. Take a little bit of farm.
How much they tried to prepare for Flicker being there when they actually stopped being ready for it right when he got there. We're able to just burst Ringo. Apollo tried the defensive gauntlet, but it didn't quite work.
Yeah, it's a little too late. soon as they were able to jump onto him, there's too much burst damage on him. Even afterwards, the fight lasted so long that Ringo was able to come back and push them away from his turret. While they were able to pick up some gold from the kills, they weren't able to get anything objective-wise. Everyone's kind of just creeping up. Celsior line's all back in the lane. Just looking for the flicker. You don't know where he's ever going to be. Because every time Arden tries to place down a scout trap, Grace just all over it.
Yeah, it's definitely a big battle for vision, especially with this flicker in here. Looks like Arden is a little bit ahead on one for that.
Ringo is he able to get away? Oh, he's going to be able to run back. This time the stun's going to come out there from the defensive gauntlet. Very nice play, but the heal's coming out. Ringo's going to try to apply the damage. Fort Barrage doesn't land. They're able to push them away. Oh, there's a nice block on the Atlas Pauldron right there. Fountain's going to come out. In the fray from Rona. Not going to be able to do enough. Everyone's just kind of trading damage here. Nick 40 stacking up the Dragon's Eye. Ringo's going to fall. Flicker's going to fall. Grace's going to be able to land the stun, but I think Nick 40's going to be able to pick this up if he can land a nice forward barrage. Oh, but nice play there. Terry Strike's not going to be able to get it. Oh, a nice play there from Bladeheart, but oh, Nick 40 showing yet again. He's got the plays here. He's showing the moves. Grace's going to be able to get away. Nice play on the minions there. Paul's not going to make it look easy. Nope, just going to back away. Nice fight coming out there from Celsior Lions.
Yeah, that was a really close fight. Apollo with that really great gauntlet stun on Rona really managed to save things, and then they just really put it together. Sky just constantly putting damage on the background while Arden helps everybody kite.
Yeah, it's definitely a nice little fight there. I think Ringo's starting to get that damage up. Looks like he's not going for the typical build with the second Tyrant's Monocle. He's going to try and push up the lane here again. They're still looking for that flicker. You do have vision on him with the scout traps. Oh, they're going to turn around and time to jump him. He's block on the Atlas Pauldron again. He's going to be able to get invisible and get away. Nick 40's just stacking up that Dragon's Eye as well, up to 9 stacks. This fight's starting. Bladeheart's trying to get in. Just trying to clear out that farm so they're not able to push the turret as well.
Yeah, this contraption really paying dividends for Apollo. They're always able to see the engage coming from the flicker ult just in time, just before they're about to get destroyed from it.
Every time he seems to have the charge up, it just drops one. He's just pooping out scout traps. That's good though, because you need the vision everywhere. Because you don't want flicker to jump on you. You want to jump on the flicker.
And then flicker with the interesting gauntlet here. Going to be going for just more cooldown, more health. Rona's got that Shiver Seal now. Going to give her some more attack speed. Going to be letting her try to stick to the Sky on this Rona a little bit more, which is probably what she needs since she's been really close to Nick 40 a couple times and just barely been killed when she almost had him.
Yeah, Nick 40's doing a great job. Just slither health getting away.
Playing tremendously well. And then Yurioka going a little bit different build, not getting that second Tyrant's going for the Bone Saw instead. Which, seeing as all 3 members have armor, not a bad idea.
Yeah, this time it's definitely a good call. Got a fight going out here. Nick 40's going to get caught out a little bit. The Vanguard's coming out. Surge striking away at the end of the fray. Spin to win. Oh, nice gauntlet. That was beautiful. From 2 players are Syndicate. Celsior Lions able to turn this around now. It's rooted up there. Very nice play coming out of Apollo there.
Yeah, you saw Nick 40 looked like he was a tiny bit caught out. That Shiver Steel was doing work. Then that gauntlet just came out.
It's not done. Heal coming out, 650, spin to win. Arden drops, but Ringo's trying to apply the damage, but there's too much healing coming back. Oh, almost got it. Flicker's coming back in and isn't able to get the Atlas. He might pay for his life. He's going down. Sky's going to go down as well. Can Ringo get the finish off? Oh, Grace coming up. Grace going to pay for her life. Trade 2 for 2 here. Nice plays there. So he's really able
really
to
saved that fight for the side of Celsior Alliance there. Bladeheart really just went off, managed to take down Arden, then managed to come out and get Sky 2 with that into the fray.
Yeah, Rare Syndicate was doing a really good job of splitting their damage there. No one was really dropping too much. Grace did end up paying for her life. Bladeheart was able to get away. Just Ringo was doing a great job pulling silver, applying the bone saw stacks, shredding their armor. They just weren't able to do anything to him. He's just playing way too much damage. Now we got them all kind of creeping down here in the Kraken pit. Everyone's going to be looking for that next fight, trying to take the Kraken.
Triple Atlas on the side of Rare Syndicate, going to be really tough for Ringo to not be Atlas at some point during these fights.
Yeah, and if Paul's going to get that Crucible for him, I'm going to help him out. But look at the ultimate coming in. Not able to get on the Ringo, but they're going for him now. He's going to be Atlas. Going to try and get away. Death from above, going to try and block them out, but Ringo's not able to get away, but he's still able to apply that damage. The heal coming out. Nice Vanguard. They're able to apply the damage. Rona's dropped. Bladeheart's down. Ringo's rooted up. Flicker's going to be able to get him here. Oh no, picked up from the Grace, but Nick 40's still alive. He's going to Sturdy Strike. Get that kill on the Flicker.
Grace really great engage from the Grace. Managed to get that stun, but then Arden just got that triple stun with the Gauntlet. Bladeheart almost managed to get your Yoku, but just took too much crit damage. Got taken down. Girls on Boys managed to finish your Yoku. Nick 40 just too much damage at this point.
Yeah, just look at that 1-4 barrage. Just completely shredded.
This guy's got that 3 damage items. He's just going to be doing so much damage. If you can't take him out pretty quickly, he's just going to stack on you and do insane damage.
I'm going to try and get this first area, and the first area is going to drop. Celsior Alliance, they came here to play. Looks like they're going to try and even move in for this Kraken here as well.
Yep, at this point they have complete vision control, really strong map control. Even though the fights have been close, they've been mostly coming out on top, and it looks like
Girls on Boys are going to get this completely
uncontested. So it's going to be a Kraken push here for Celsior Alliance.
Oh, fuck, it's going to come out, but they're going to get spotted here from 1 scout trap, 2 scout trap. No weak vision pings here for Apollo. Doing a great job with the vision, like you said. Kraken marching down. Celsior Alliance trying to make their mark. Flicker's caught out here a little bit. Yeah. Oh, he might drop. Oh, nice stun, but Ringo from the back line was just able to pick up that kill.
Was a little bit too confident in his own safety there. Thought he was safe with his perk in that bush. Got just caught out a little bit. Got taken down. Now it's gonna be that's gonna mean a few more turrets lost in this push here.
Yeah, they're for sure gonna be able to pick this one up. And maybe look for one more. Yep, definitely gonna look for one more. Maybe even push to win.
Girls on Boys is up here in another 2 seconds. It's gonna be how that kind of turns out.
Alice is applied here. One Alice is down. They're gonna be able to get this. Oh, Rona's jumping in. Wartreads are up. Nice stun again. Paul's got great stuns here. Ringo's able to reposition here. Oh, stun again. I think Grace thought she could tie on. Wartreads popped again. Ringo's trying to run away. Fountain popped. This Kraken is still doing work on this turret. Now this space is open. Are they going to be able to finish? Nick 40's dropped. The Ringo's applying the damage. Are they going to be able to get it? Push to win. Push to win. Oh, the Kraken. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Celsior Alliance. Game 3. Here we go. What a tie.
Really strong finish there from Celsior Alliance. Just perfect gauntlets from Apollo. Always able to get those stuns. Managed to help Ringo fight for so long. He was able to get it so that by the time they got the ace, there was too much damage done. Great job by Celsior Alliance to finish off that game. It was a 4-turret push.
Yeah, it was like a classic TSN push from back in the day. get the crack, and march all the way down base, finish the game off. They were just Rare Syndicate was just too focused on the Ringo, and Apollo's repositioning with the gauntlets is perfect. He's able to go from one side of the gauntlet all the way to the other side of the gauntlet, while the Kraken was still mucking away on the turrets.
Yeah, great teamwork by them to just keep kiting, keep distracting for the Kraken, doing damage while they were able to kite. Great, I mean, really great gauntlets from Apollo all game long, always getting at least one stun, usually multiple. Vanguards were on point. Help Nick get out of so many crazy situations.
Do you think that was just good play from Celsior Lions, or maybe even a mix of just a questionable
I
draft
mean,
at a Rare Syndicate?
obviously the draft didn't help from Rare Syndicate. The
Yeah.
flicker was maybe a tiny bit of a troll pick, even though it worked out during certain parts of the game. But eventually, Celsior Lions just kind of adapted to the flicker pick, adapted to those ults, adapted to those surprises, and they were able to take it home with a superior draft. It'll be interesting seeing is this is where it's all on the line. Both teams got to play super serious. I mean, you might have seen Rare Syndicate get a little bit crazy, get a little bit loose with that flicker pick right there. But now, they gotta play for real. They gotta go for it for real. They can't do any crazy picks. They gotta win this next game.
Yeah, you definitely want to see the good picks come out here. Because, I mean, while you definitely did win a game, both teams could say that's definitely good. You want to always take it serious.
Yep, I mean you never know. That could have been a completely serious pick from Rare Syndicate. They seem to be playing seriously. Had a strong early and mid game. Kind of fell apart that last push, but we'll see which direction they decide to go with this next draft here in a few minutes.
I agree. What way do you think they're gonna go?
Well, it
You
seems
think the
like
Ringo draft band's gonna
that
come out, or
Ringo's been a really contested pick, so I imagine we'll either see him picked or banned again.
all right? Well, we'll have to see in a couple minutes, guys. We'll be right back, and we'll be fired right into this draft. Welcome back, everybody. Game 3 between Celsior Lions and Rare Syndicate. About to get our way. We're just getting this draft fired up. Josh, you ready?
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this next draft. Really excited to see how this next game goes. It's gonna be should be interesting since both teams, tournament life's on the line.
That's very true. We could see the big guns here. I kind of want to see Ringo taken off the board. We've seen him in both games from both teams. You never know what's going to go down here. I don't want
Yeah,
to
it
see a
would be
flicker
nice
again.
to see something. Flicker again. Would be nice to see something different. Not sure if we'll see this since both teams seem to like this Black Feather Varia ban, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, Very is definitely a very strong pick right now. Once you get to the late game and you can just dash, 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 just bouncing all over the
So we
place.
do have the draft starting. We'll get you guys into that. So it looks like we got Churn, the first ban from Celsior Lions. So something different right off the bat. So that's interesting. So that's nice. Something different for us to see. See what this next ban is. Varia, not surprising at all. Pretty much need to get her out, or she's an automatic first pick.
And then Grace again. Taking it away this time, though. Rare Syndicate had Grace both games. This time Celsior Lions again is going to be like, I'll show you how to play Grace.
Yeah, definitely a high priority pick between these two teams. Definitely very strong with all those shields, the heals, the stuns if you can place them well.
Yeah, it's very true. Rare Syndicate had a lot of great stuns.
For Syndicate taking a little bit of
They're
lead this
gonna.
time with their first pick. Pretty interesting. And they with the
Yeah, I don't think they
box.
expected Grace to come out. Box is a good pick. Dash around, and there we go. Ringo ban. We're gonna
Yeah,
see a
Box
new
found
carry
that
this time.
classically good into Grace because he can build that poison shiv for her heals. He can dance around her so she can't get that stun on him, and then Ringo very smart band so he can't get have that range advantage on Box.
Yeah, that's
It'll be
very good
interesting to
play.
see how Celsior Lions answers that Ringo ban.
They're gonna be using some bonus time here as well. So maybe they weren't expecting the Ringo ban to come out, or they were expecting to just ban him themselves.
Probably more along the lines we're expecting for Syndicate to pick the Ringo, I would imagine. Instead, they want that Box, that Batiste ban coming out. Pretty interesting, since Batiste seems to be a decent pick into the box sometimes, able to lock him down a little bit, restrict his movement. But we'll see what Rare Syndicate wants to match with their box, if they want to go for maybe their roam, or if they want to pick up their jungler. Likely going to be the roam pick, and then going to jungler last to counter. It's going to be
Yep,
the
there
R.
comes Arden. Taking away from Apollo there. He had some great stuns there last game. Double stun, triple stun, double stun. This time
And he does
Syndicate's gonna be like, I'll show you.
well. And it's just going to help box kite that much more against whatever Celsior Lions decides to pick. Or even help
Those
box chase,
Vanguards
depending on what
definitely
they
help.
decide to go for.
Yeah, his Vanguard's definitely gonna help him out. Getting him even further away, be able to kite out, or even just get him further into the fight. Some more bonus time gonna be coming out here from Celsior.
Yeah, both teams taking their time. This is a much slower draft than the last couple games. Probably both teams obviously taking it a little bit more seriously. Really thinking deep about each pick, making sure that they don't make any draft mistakes that can be capitalized on. Trying to put together the best teams they can. The Fortress pick, very interesting. From Celsior Lions.
Now, do you think it's gonna be a Jungle Fortress or a Jungle Grace?
I'm going to lean towards Jungle Fortress. I haven't seen Grace be played carry. Well, I guess it could be a weapon Grace, but I wouldn't expect it. I'm going to expect that it's going to be the left lane Black Feather,
Yeah,
Jungle Fortress, and the Roam Grace here. Which
yeah, I agree 100%.
really interesting, very dive heavy comp. Gonna really be trying to get on that box and get rid of him.
If they can, Fortress can jump on him, get the mortal wounds, and Blackfeather can maintain, stay on top of him. He's definitely gonna have a hard time staying alive, even with the Vanguard coming out.
But with only the Gray stun, it's going to be pretty hard to get to lock down Box at all. He's going to have a lot of kite potential. But luckily, Blackfeather will have that extra little bit of movement speed from the Fortress. We'll get him some help in sticking to him as well.
Mm-hmm. Grace will hopefully be able to slow him down a little bit as well.
It'd be really interesting to see what this last pick from Rare Syndicate will be. I wonder what they're going to go for. And they're going to go for the Sky. So they're going to go for the all kite comp versus the all dive comp. That's gonna be fun to watch. See how which team can dive or kite better.
Yeah, we saw a very good Sky come out of Nick 40 last game. See if Syndicate can show him an even better Sky this game.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. This is very similar to the comp that was played last game, just with a Ringo instead of a box, but very different comp going into it. So we'll see how that works.
Just looking at the drafts, who do you think is gonna pull this out? Final game of the series, winner takes all.
I'm kind of leaning towards Celsior lines. I feel like Sky and Fortress kind of cancel each other out, but there's a good chance they can likely just dive bomb that Sky and get rid of her, or one of them at least. It's gonna be tough though. It's gonna be really interesting. These teams are basically the polar. These two comps are basically the polar opposite of each other.
It's definitely gonna be an interesting start. We also have a sub as well. Edwin's coming here for Bladeheart. So maybe that'll be the difference. Maybe that'll get them the win. That'll be the big throw. We'll see. We're jumping into the final game here. North American Champions League. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am ready.
It looks like Celsior's going to try and match his rotation here and get
that Shreen start this time.
It definitely looks like it's kind of just taking a break. Arden's kind of peeking around here, going to try and get it. Nope. Celsior Land's going to be able to pick that up. Fortress is going to be able to take it far and run away. Started with the two weapon blades this time. I know last game Bladeheart started with the Dragonlet contract. Just in case they had those early engages. Sky's gonna be marching in here. Hit that forward brush. She's level 2 already as well. Just gonna try to steal the farm away.
A really smart push from Girls on Boys there, pushing on the fact that they might not have been able to get level 2 since they had gone for that Elder Train. Lost just a little bit of time on that. We're able to steal some of their next rotation. Really smart little invade there.
Yeah, the box is just taking a lot of damage up in the lane too. He's got to be careful.
I'm sorry that I'm just now noticing that we actually have a substitution from Rare Syndicate. Edwin came in from Bladeheart.
Yeah, it could be an interesting change here. I mean, I don't know if that was maybe he's got to go or if this is a planned thing. I mean, last game it seemed like they wanted to play the flicker, but maybe that wasn't a team choice. Who knows? Subs are always an important part of the team. Oh, and nice try. Fortress. Nice series strike over the wall there. Fortress just gonna try and reach in. But Blackfeather up in the lane here is gonna be able to kill the box. All the commotion's going down in the jungle. Yeah, the again's gonna be able to secure the farm. Double stun there as well. Nice job by Grace.
Really smart from Girls on Boys to take advantage of this Fortress's weak early game.
Yeah, wasn't
40 trying to sneak into their jungle, seeing if he can maybe even up the score a little bit. Looks like he's gonna maybe be able to. We'll see what happens. Girls on Boys
he's just gonna try and get away.
You know, he's not gonna be able to get anything, so taking a little bit of a deficit in the jungle there, unfortunately.
Blackfeather wasn't able to get the first blood though in the box in the lane, so goal's not that much of a difference.
It's a nice little gold bump for him. Although he is slightly behind in farm, so that's a little bit not great for the Black Feather. See how that continues to develop. Sky with a heavy lead over Fortress, been taking a lot of his farm.
Yeah,
Just keeping up the trend.
Frozen boys doing a great job, just marching
Syndicate
down yet again.
putting on a lot of pressure on the Celsior Lions right now. It looks like Apollo's gonna sacrifice so that Nick can go ahead and make sure to get his jungle.
Yeah.
Kiryoku with another kill onto Edwin there.
Just focusing a little bit too much on him. Maybe we should watch him a little bit more. He's putting on the plays here. Pretty much went 1v2.
Yeah, Kiryoku really putting it together, really making Rare Syndicate think about what they're doing instead of just being able to straight push it and just be able to dominate, which it looked like it was how it was gonna go there for a second.
It seems like every time they're team fighting, he just catches Vox just in the back line. They're not able to do anything about it. Maybe behind the farm, but he got 2 kills and Fox got 2 deaths, so there's a 1,000
That doesn't change the
gold lead
fact
though.
that he's still a little over 10 farm behind, and that Sky has really taken over the jungle. So they're still gonna have to turn around that trend, otherwise, or getting a kill here and there probably isn't gonna be enough to even that out.
Yeah, I agree completely. As soon as Sky gets his Dragonfly as well, it's gonna be a massive power spike for these fights. He's just gonna be creeping down there, laying the forward barrage on the Grace. Trying to apply that damage, just pushing her back. This is
Also,
my
was
push
playing
now.
the Sky really well, just constantly harassing, just constantly putting out forward barrage.
His forward barrage is just landing everywhere. If it's not landing there, at least zoning them out, keeping them away. Constantly rotating in the jungle. It will secure that one right there. Very nice job.
Looks like we have another engage from Jiryoku onto Edwin, but doesn't want to take on the whole team.
This time everyone was able to get away. This time we got a fortress too. Or not a fortress, a fountain. So that's picked up there for Rare Syndicate. We already got that on a Celsior license.
Now. It's gonna be quite delayed because of how much jungle he lost, but when Nick 40 gets his aftershock, that's gonna be a good spike for him where he's finally gonna be able to do some decent damage.
Oh, we got an fortress jumping in here. Not gonna be able to do anything with that though. Just able to back off. Nice shot by Rare Syndicate there.
Yeah, pretty standard build for everybody so far. Looks like Fox is going into his breaking point next. Gonna be looking to stack up and be able to do some real damage.
Yeah, we got the Dragon's Eye coming out for Sky now. You're gonna be able to start really pounding out damage. Interested to see what she goes for next.
Jiryoku just getting even further behind in CS. That's gonna really start to hurt him here in a little bit. If he doesn't manage to catch up.
24 CS now. He's just getting constantly pressured as well.
Yeah, Edwin just CSing like a beast at the moment, so over that 10-minute mark that we like to see. Doing a really fantastic job, even though he's taken a couple deaths.
Yeah, he's still been able to farm very efficient, which is very good. Because even if you get those early deaths, as long as you can get your items and you're able to fight in the late game, it's all okay. I mean, he's showing confidence. He was hanging around in the bush there, knew when to back off.
Thought about maybe taking a tiny bit of engage on Sky, but decided to back off there.
Yeah, Grozo was just constantly harassing.
Constantly harassing, constantly farming. Pretty sizably ahead of Nick 40 still. Got almost 20 farm on him, just as Edwin does. And Jiryoku, it's a pretty rough situation here for Celsior Lions.
Yeah, you know, they're trying their best. I mean, they're still keeping. They're not falling too far behind, but I mean, they have to find a way to kind of catch up. Try to maybe control the waves a little bit. Try to rotate down. Maybe even get some kills. We got the Wolves coming out here with the defensive gauntlet. Everyone's just gonna back off. Not gonna do much. Just gonna try and
Yeah,
go
those
back if they're
fortress
far.
walls bait
They
out
rotate
that
right back in, and
goblin.
oh, and they got it. Now they're gonna try and get the sentry as well. They're gonna take that, step down with these. Those little boys gonna probably he's trying to stay on here. Nope. But he is gonna get the farm again. Oh, Grace tried again. Nice try, Apollo.
Nick 40
Just
trying
like
to wrap around here
oh,
might be able to do some counter jungling, but Gangsta spots him out, so doesn't look like he's gonna let that happen. Nick gonna be probably chased out by the Crystal Sentry.
he might even get collapsed on here too. Yep, there comes Sky. Grace gonna try and come in, give him a hand, but nope. Nice air strike to get right back in front. But Neil's gonna come out. Black Feather's coming in. Fox is rotating down as well. Fountain pops out. Torch is still alive. All the damage from Girls on Boys in the Sky is just too much. We're just waiting on the cooldown. 30 strike in. There's no more reminder there. Oh, misses the forward barrage. Look at who block for the turn this around. Nope, Surge Strike come back. Goes offensive back into it. Oh!
Well
Nice
played by
play.
Juryoku.
Very nice play.
So it looked like Nick
But
40 was
Rush
gonna get
Syndicate
collapsed
just
on
taking
there,
the
and
gold
then
mine.
for a second it looked like maybe Girls on Boys had gone too far, but just too far ahead at this point. Got that 2-level advantage, managed to take on Nick 40, but then Juryoku with making him miss, making him pay. Really well played by Juryoku there to even that up. And now,
Yeah. Gold mine secured there by Rare Syndicate, but they're going to get jumped on. Boggs building up his breaking point stacks. Black Feather's going to go down. Arden's coming back in. Not going to be able to pick that up. Might be able to get this kill on the Grace. Yep, get the kill secures. 2 for 1 and the gold mine. Rare Syndicate. Nice job there.
yeah,
4,000
Bach with
gold
that
lead.
sustain, able to make what seemed like a really hopeless situation, just a vanguard and a dream, you know, got him to the point where he's able to get those stacks and get a kill, so we got out of there even. And then Kank's
Yep.
able to finish off that weak Apollo. Made it a pretty even trade there, all in all.
Yeah, I really like this
Nice.
early metal jacket coming out of Edwin. There's no
Yeah,
pierce
that's really
without
gonna help the
Black
duel
Feather.
with the Black Feather, who's really is gonna be most of the damage. I mean, most of Fortress's damage is gonna come from his kit, not really so much his build.
It's more all just proc damage.
The
He's
lucky
doing a
thing
great job here.
for Celsior Lions here is that even though they're a good 5k gold behind, really far behind in farm, they still have some power spikes where, you know, Black Feather, all he really needs is 2 items and some defense, and Fortress just kind of needs to hit its levels and get an aftershock. They still have some power spikes where they might be able to still hopefully take some fights or at least come out even as they have been. I mean, considering how far they are behind, they've been doing really well to keep these fights really even. So they're still in this, even though they're about to lose a turret here due to a bad rotation. Just wrong time to go down there.
Yeah.
So it's going to extend the gold
They
lead just a
definitely,
little bit more to almost 6k.
they definitely still
Girls
have a
on
chance to come back in here. They have,
definitely. The
yeah,
Sky,
they have to shut
really
down Girls.
interesting. Sky Girls on Boys really interesting with the Frostburn. That's gonna obviously help to keep this whole dive comp contained, keep them off him, keep them in his sights, make that forward barrage easier to land. But still not really typical of what you see Skies as of late. Also looks like he's going for a clockwork, so that's gonna be a really interesting build. Still gotta wonder if he's gonna leave out Broken Myth or if he's gonna leave out Eve.
Which one do you think he should leave out?
The purist in me says kind of neither. I think they're both pretty necessary on crystal carries, but likely I would say depends on how he feels. If he feels he needs to do more damage, Eve. If he thinks he needs to be able to, you know, survive a little bit more, which he might not need to since he can kite so well, then I would say Eve. Or I'm sorry, if the first one I meant Broken Myth, then for surviving, he would need to go Eve. So it kind of depends on what he feels he can / needs to do.
Yeah.
Sky
Girls
definitely
on Boys
has with her lock on, she definitely has enough damage that he might not need the Broken Myth. He's gonna do a ton of damage anyway. Nobody has any shield yet, so There's no real reason
That's
for
very
him to
true.
have built one.
Yeah, he
Chiryoku
really
going
just
with
goes
the
through
Shiver
everywhere.
Steel. Gonna hope to
I think
help.
they should steal the black feather.
I think it's kind of yeah, it's kind of necessary with how much kite potential there is. He's gonna really need to slow them down. It also gives him that extra attack speed now with the change that it receives. It's gonna just help him. It's gonna help his DPS a little bit more.
Yeah, he's able to play those hard drop stacks on the whoever his target is there.
Edwin looking like he's gonna go with the with a bones triple attack speed build here. Pretty interesting. He's got double defense, so he's gonna be able very tanky, gonna be able to live a long time, build up those stacks, and hopefully keep everybody occupied long enough for girls on boys to just deal out the ridiculous damage.
And I got Syndicate's gonna try and go for this gold mine here. Celsior lands ain't gonna go down without a fight. Gauntlet comes out. We're just gonna be able to get this damage. Fountain comes out. Rosa Pentman on them. Still alive. Black still able to pop those stacks. Box, everyone's still alive. The box goes down. Blackfeather somehow still alive. Still in health. The whole team. Oh, 800 of he's still alive. Look at this damage. Oh, but he's not gonna be able to do it. Girls on boys. Oh, Serious Strike's not gonna be able to land, but he echoes it. Oh, is he gonna be able to get it?
Oh,
No! The triple kill. Oh, deal that. You
that was
deserve
such
it.
a close fight.
Oh my God, what a play! So
Karaoke
close.
just seemed to be on a sliver of health, like for seemingly forever. Just kept stacking up, kept somehow living. Seemed even though he was taking a lot of damage, he didn't have that mortal wound, so he was healing for all of his damage and just building up stacks. Wow, what an
Oh, he
incredible fight
sustained
there.
for so long. I swear he was at no health for longer than he was at like mid full.
Yeah, Kingston had that great gauntlet at first. They were able to really do a lot of damage. It looked like Syndicate just had it in the bag, but Jirioku just managed to keep surviving, managed to get some kills. He finally got taken out. Nick 40 got taken out, and then Apollo almost managed to get that kill on Girls on Boys, though.
Yeah, that was a nice try there from Paul. Oh, Paul's gonna get rooted. That sucked. They finished it off. Almost got picked off there by the EU tree, and they're gonna be able to start off this crack at rest, and he's gonna try and secure this.
Big,
Celsior lines
big,
did a
big
recall,
power
so
spike for Apollo here. He's got that Echo finish, so he's going to be able to double up those heals. Tanks also goes ahead and finishes his Echo, so we're going to be seeing double gauntlets as well.
that's definitely a massive power spike here. So very good plays. Hopefully coming out after this, be able to sustain a little bit longer.
Both Nick and
Be on that
Jirioku,
sliver of health.
yeah, both Nick and Jirioku got their Atlases, so it's going to be tough for Edwin to manage to not get Atlas during the fight at this point.
Oh,
Oh, Party Bush discovered.
just on the last second there. Kraken's gonna move in. Blackfeather's gonna be trying to go down. Double gauntlets coming out. Oh, Blackfeather's gonna go drop this time. He's not gonna be able to sustain. Girls on boys just sustaining with this guy here, and the box is untouched, completely untouched, stacked up. It looks like Syndicate might be able to finish this off right here. Kraken's
Yeah,
marching down.
unfortunately, that second gauntlet just separating the teams, so Jirioku was just stuck in the middle of all three and just kind of in a no man's land. Even the late game Blackfeather can't deal with two high damage targets while he's being kited. So tough for him. And that looks
Yeah,
like it's likely going to be able to be it, but we'll see if
Blackfeather's still alive
Celsior
here,
just trying
so
to mount a defense.
never know what's gonna happen. He's
It's
hanging
going to be tough. It's a
around. He's
very
gonna have to
healthy
try and get in
Kraken.
here though. Wolves are gonna get popped out here. Syndicate's still sticking around. They're still in the back line, just letting this Kraken do its thing. Oh, but they're gonna go down. Oh, nice strike to get away,
Girls
but
on boys.
Girls on
Go
Boys
ahead.
gonna drop here. Oh, but the Kraken finished the last terror box. What are you gonna be able to do? Nope, he's just gonna have to run, try and stall time for the Kraken to be able to do its thing. They come out. Are they gonna be able to finish it? I think they might have enough damage here. Halfway
Yeah,
down,
I think
halfway
so
down.
too.
Yeah, they got enough. So they still have a
Syndicate
chance.
just a little too confident in their ability to end. Golden Boy's got a little bit caught out by the time he was kind of really in the fight, trying to get out. He was already almost dead, and then Yurioku just had those breaking point stacks, finished off Kangsta, and then they chased Edwin down, managed to save this game for themselves. So really tough spot they're in. They have all turrets up, not even touched, on the side of Rare Syndicate, Bear Vein Crystal, or Celsior Lion. So this is going to be a tough defense here. We'll see if they can see if there's anything they can do to keep themselves in this game.
Yeah. And I mean, Rare Syndicate doesn't have a hero that can hop over the wall to get a backdoor. So, I mean, it's going to be a lot more difficult. They still could backdoor, but it won't be as easy to get back there to do it. So, if they could take a fight, maybe get the Kraken once it spawns again, they might be able to do it, because that's how they won their last game. They did the old classic TSM push 4 turrets to the win.
They essentially can't lose a single person from here on out. If they lose somebody without Rare Syndicate losing somebody, it's going to be over. They're going to push 2v3 and win the game. So they're on real thin ice here.
They're going to jump in right now. The first gauntlet's coming out. First heal's going to go down. Black player's going to try and go in. Second gauntlet's going to drop. Still sticking onto that box. The box is all stacked up now. He's treading the armor. He's Atlas. Oh! Fork's going to be the first victim. Then there goes Blackfeather. And there we go. Rare Syndicate.
Very nice really, these last 2 games, the story of the gauntlets. I mean, Kank's just fantastic gauntlets. Keeping it so they're all separate. Edwin's stacking up while Yurioku isn't just doing damage, just taking damage while they're not giving any. Stuck behind these gauntlet walls. Tremendous job by Rare Syndicate. Really well played.
Yeah, it was definitely great fights coming out of them for sure. You know, everyone put on a good show here. Celsior Lions definitely put on a good fight. Gave it their all. Took it to a game 3.
Took it to a game 3, even though this one was a bit of a rout at the end. Some good early and mid fights. Strong performance by both teams. Yurioku with that really nice KD, even though he didn't take home the win. Well played by both teams.
Yeah, very